let's bring to the stage the great one, the phenom, known as one of the greatest commercial real estate brokers in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Gibbons. $25 billion man right here. $25 billion worth of real estate he has sold. This is his market. He is the king. This is Elvis Presley of commercial real estate.
Okay, what are we doing here, Grant? You told me to show up. I'm here.
No. Look. You want to just tell them how we met, first of all? I told them a story this morning. This is the dude that I called about
All right, so get this, guys. So my team, we have about 30 folks on our team. We run Cushman & Wakefield's multifamily investment sales throughout the state of Florida. And about, about 8 years ago, maybe 2001, I think, something like that, we were selling a portfolio of assets up in the Treasure Coast, and Grant Cardone puts an offer.
These people, we got Venezuela in the house, Costa Rica, Australia, so they don't know where that coast is.
So the Treasure Coast is north of Palm Beach. It's kind of from Palm Beach up to Orlando. And so we had this portfolio of 1,000 units, and it had been held by the same owner for a decade, maybe more in some cases. And we had probably 30 or 40 folks that wanted to buy it. A lot of folks from Canada wanted to buy it. A lot of folks from the Northeast wanted to buy it. And Grant sent us an offer in, and we had no idea who Grant Cardone was. This time he was still living out in California. And so we put his offer aside. We had probably 6 or 7 folks ahead of him, and folks that we knew, folks that we finance, folks that were in the business that everybody knew. And we're working through the process. And then we have our best and final round. And the best and final round is where you kind of pick the top groups, the ones that feel like they're the most qualified groups to buy it, they're high in price, so on and so forth. And we had the best and final round, and we invited a few folks in to rebid it. Grant was one of those groups, and we got everybody sends in what's called a letter of intent, right, which is your price and your terms to buy the property. And we put that in a matrix, we send it to the client. And Grant he doesn't send us a letter of intent. He sends us a video. And the video is Grant at his desk in California, and he stands up at his desk and he says, "Robert Gibbon, you don't know who I am, but you're going to know who I am, and I'm going to buy this portfolio." So I get a little chuckle out of this because I've never seen anything like this before. I send this over to my debt team. I said, "Check this guy out, see if he has any money whatsoever." And I, at some point in time, send the video link up to the clients of the current ownership of the property. And so the current ownership was like, "That's really interesting, but let's go with this other group and move forward and sell it to this other group." So we did. So at some point in time, the original group wanted $1 million off, or they wanted some more time. I can't remember exactly what it was, but something, they fell out of favor. We had to pick another buyer. And at this point in time, we probably watched his video something like 67 times between myself and the current ownership. And I called Grant up, and we negotiated a deal, and he bought the property. We selected Grant because Grant had a proof of funds at that point in time. He provided that with his video, number one. I think you were selling your house at that time or something of that nature out in California, but I can't remember. Anyways, he had a proof of funds, so we liked that. His lender did a great job in that case. He was using Wells Fargo at the time. What's his name? Bill Cave at the time. Bill Cave is a very articulate, well-educated gentleman who's done a lot of business. And I think Bill did a great job on Grant's behalf in that particular transaction. I had Bill call
Robert beforehand. I had a letter from Robert. I had a letter from my bank. I had showed proof of funds to them. Like I just stacked the evidence that I can buy.
By the way, one of the things I think you should take into consideration is who you associate yourself with. Grant associated himself with Wells Fargo at the time for this Fannie and Freddie business. Bill Cave is an excellent advisor there. If you don't know, but Wells Fargo is in multiple ways in various layers of real estate throughout the globe. You know, they own East Steel Secured,
This
et
isn't a
cetera.
Wells Fargo commercial, man.
Okay, but my point here is that Grant did have a team in place that meant a lot to us at the time, and that's one of the reasons that we picked him. If you don't have a team in place right now, you just need to invest some time and maybe a little money in doing that. You probably need to go find an attorney, someone that attorney that someone can give you some feedback on, and you probably ought to pay for a couple hours of time and go meet with them and build a rapport with them, tell them what you're wanting to do and what you need when the time comes, and build that rapport. Same thing with a management company or what have you. So you should just go out and do you should invest some of your time and some of your money to go put that together.
One thing he's leaving out is you should go meet the broker. I met his team. I did not meet Robert Gibbons until after I did this deal. I met, who was the dude I met up at the treasurer?
Richard Turquinio.
Exactly, Richard. I met Richard. He's like, this dude flew. I don't know what Richard told him because I wasn't there, but he had to tell him, I met him. He's real. He walked the properties. He flew in today all the way from the West Coast. So that builds a story, okay? Still didn't get the deal, by the way. I was still number 2. But I was there when number 1 dropped the ball.
So again, it's okay for you not to move and meet a price. It's okay for you to say no. It's okay for you to find a due diligence issue that you want resolved. All of those things are okay. What's not okay is taking a long time.
Yeah.
All right. You need to be ready to go, and you need to you need to do what you say you're going to do.
Guys, let's give Robert Gibbons a big hand, huh? My God, you're good, dude. You're a natural. You're a natural, dude. Okay, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.